Yeah. No, but
That's his way.
psycholinguistics. I mean, that's how I am interpreting this. Let her just explain to you what she's doing right here.
Oh, okay. So I'm working this project that I'll be presenting in Florida. It's developing a patient-reported outcome measure, and he was saying that you have a background in psycholinguistics, right?
Yeah.
So when you go about doing a project like this, we start with doing qualitative interviews with like 20 patients or until you reach data saturation, so like no new themes are coming out. Then from the important things that the patient said, and usually it'll be something that many have repeated, you know, like my scar, it bothers me because of A, B, and C. So if those are specific things that are coming out from what the patient say, then that's the wording that you choose to put into the items that you're creating. And so I think that's where the like psycholinguistics would come in. And we were just talking about how this could be translatable into the education field, into a lot of other types of fields. It's becoming really important in healthcare because people want validated measures that they can quickly give to their patients to assess where they're at, to assess what their expectations are, what their satisfaction is, like what they're expecting from the outcome of the procedure. And so to effectively do that, to meaningfully do that, you need items that capture the information, which means you have to go to the source to get it, right?
Yeah.
The thing that got me was that she said the choice of words is important.
The choices, yeah. So, for example, a patient who's had like a basal. So the project I'm working on is with a dermatologist and facial like carcinomas. So a patient who's had a little tiny basal carcinoma is maybe going to be concerned, but a patient who's had a serious head and neck cancer, they might be worried. So like, or things might be concern versus worried. So like the patients that you're interviewing, what types of words do they use? Because that's what you want to put into the scale,
right? So
that you're not putting words into their mouth or like leading. Like using any leading questions or anything like that?
Well, she's already defined it. I mean, she's already got it in control. Yeah.
Yeah, but
because there is a difference between concern and worry. Just like I told you, like, you know, I am a drummer or I am still a drummer.
Right.
Right.
You know,
it's a mindset.
Right.
Yeah. Because there are two kinds of psycholinguistics. Mine was a psychology of speech and hearing. The other kind of psycholinguistics is symbolic. You know, use how you instead of, it's like almost like a shorthand, you use symbols. Yeah, I know. But she's already grasped it. I mean, she knows.
I just thought you'd be interested because that's
no, that's really interesting.
Right.
Like
I love that
one of the items that we've thrown out already because it's way too extreme for this patient population was I worry I may die from my skin cancer. Like that was so extreme. That was too much. It was like I don't worry about that at all. Like no.
So don't ask them that question, or you're going to set their brain off. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Things that did come out though that we hadn't seen previously were all these behavioral questions, like I now wear hats, or like I don't travel to really sunny places, or I like all these behavioral changes.
Right.
Which is really important for something like skin cancer.
Right.
So is this patient doing this yet or not? And do they need more psychoeducation about it so that they can avoid more, like that's something that we will want to test.